Welcome back to the channel, guys. YouTube has deemed our content dangerous, and that is good. I wouldn't want it any other way, but we have taken on some channel sponsors to help offset some of that cost, and that sponsor today is going to be Manscaped.com. They are the global brand for men's hygiene and grooming. And guys, I really do love Manscaped because they're the ultimate solution to your three main body areas: your body, your butt, and your boys down there. And guys, they just released their new Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, and when you buy it in the Performance Package 4.0, not only are you getting the Lawnmower 4.0, this is cordless and waterproof, I might add, but you're also getting pretty much everything you need to expedite your grooming process. This is the Swiss Army knife of grooming for men. The Lawnmower 4.0 has replaceable ceramic blades with skin-safe technology, so you can keep your delicates nice and delicate. It's got a cool wireless charging port and travel lock system, so you're really taking your grooming game from high point all the way up to my coveted Glock. Guys, the Performance Package 4.0 also comes with the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, and it also has the Crop Reviver ear ball toner. And if you don't like firearms, it means you don't have balls, but that is okay, guys, because the Performance Package has got you covered. They have the Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer. Go over to manscaped.com, sign up today, and use the promo code at checkout that is right up here on the screen for 20% off and free international shipping. Don't miss out. Your balls are going to thank you. Plate carriers are going to be the death of me. I just got too many plate carriers, so much so that most of them, I don't have plates. I can't afford to buy all these plates to fill them out. And I get a lot of companies that reach out, for some reason, mostly plate carriers, that want to send carriers out and have me review them. And for the most part, I turn a lot of them down because if it's not a product that I think I'm going to recommend or like, I don't want to bring it on and show you guys. But I do bring on brands and companies and carriers that I think I've been eyeing for a while, and I actually think it could bring some value to either me or to you guys. And the HRT RAC plate carrier is one of those. I've been eyeing this thing for quite a while. It actually looked pretty cool before I even saw it, and I've been using it for the last couple months. I've also got a bunch of other plate carriers out here to kind of contrast for you guys. I've got the First Beer Strand Hog. I've had this for quite a while, put years behind that. The U-Arm featherweight plate carrier, used that for quite a few months. I've got a mystery plate carrier. I'm not allowed to reveal what this is, but soon I can. When it actually comes out, I'll be allowed to reveal what the brand that makes this carrier is. And then I've got the Crye Precision JPC 1.0. But before we begin and before I go into the carrier itself, I kind of want to talk about the context and why I actually choose the plate carriers that I do. And as I've stated in a bunch of other videos, guys, context matters. Mission dictates what gear you should purchase. So don't just copy what I've got. Don't copy what anybody else has got. Really understand why you need it and what you're going to be using it for before you make any purchase. Now, for me, like I said, I've got a bunch of plate carriers. Most of them are pretty built out, kind of like this. And I also have some minimalistic ones, but I've really been looking for a dual purpose carrier, one that I can use both at the range and for fitness workouts, things like that, without having to mess with MOLLE, take attachments off. I want the ability to quickly detach the front placards and the back panels, and that is where the modularity of the HRT RAC really shines, and it's worth reviewing just for that in and of itself. Now, first, let's knock out the specs. This is about $185 to $200. Not for this. This is pretty decked out. This would cost you about $500 for this whole thing. But if you want the base model, no placards, no back panel, somewhere around $200. It comes in Ranger Green, all your standard camo color patterns, made of Cordura, like every other plate carrier, Teflon, Dupont, whatever. I don't even remember what it is. I'm sure you guys do. If you know, let me know in the comments what it means. I just know that it feels pretty durable. Now, I'm just going to kind of wing it here and just kind of go through what I've got going on with this carrier. First, we'll start up top with the shoulder straps. The most important part of any plate carrier, in my opinion. I can't stand bulky shoulder straps because it interferes with my shouldering of a rifle. I want shoulder straps that have a little pad to it so they're, comfortable if you're wearing it all day, but I don't want it to interfere with the shouldering of a rifle. And HRT RAC carrier kind of strikes a good balance. They have a little bit of a pad here, but it's not so much that it interferes with the shouldering of a rifle. And on that note, a lot of plate carriers nowadays have buckles, quick release buckles for the shoulder straps, which are good because if you become incapacitated, your buddies can quickly take the plate carrier off through the cummerbund and through the shoulder straps, take that off while you're down, and it just makes it much more easy for them to be able to conduct medical aid on you. But what's unique about the HRT RAC plate carrier is it only has one. It has it on the support side. And I haven't talked to them about why they only chose one, but I'm smart enough to recognize I think it's because the shouldering of a rifle, these buckles can get in the way. So they put it on the support side and it still doesn't interfere with that shouldering of the rifle. It's right over here. And you can switch it to whichever side in case you are a weirdo lefty. Now, they also have on the shoulder straps these little attachment points, like little tabs that you can hook up comms cables or hydration tubes. I've got hydration tube on mine, which I'll go into a little bit later. Up front, I've got trauma shears right here, quick access. I've also got a little Benchmade stick in there. And then I've got the cummerbund. It's double MOLLE cummerbund. It secures by Velcro. I don't like Velcro cummerbunds. I actually prefer the tube system. HRT sells 5 different placards that can quickly connect to the front of this plate carrier through these quick release buckles. I love this thing. This is the Maximus placard. It sells for about $100 on their website. So if you add that to the $200 of the plate carrier, now we're talking that $300 range. But this is kind of why I like this plate carrier, the modularity and the ease of taking it from a fully decked out kit to a minimalistic, so I can use it for fitness. I think I'm just blown away by it because I've never had a placard system before, because I always needed a front that has the ability to hold flashbangs, and I've never found a placard that has the ability to hold flashbangs, but I don't need that anymore. So I'm running the placard for the first time, loving it. Now let's go inside. It has 2 general purpose pouches up front. These are pretty big. Inside the support side, I've got a med pouch. You always want your med pouch in an area that is accessible by both hands. I've mentioned it in many videos before. I'm not going to really dig into what's in my med kit. You guys know what goes into a med kit. On the support side, I've got a Surefire stiletto just to have a light in there. And then what the heck are these? This is a Multicam Black Iron Infidel weightlifting wrist strap. And underneath that, I've got Multicam. How the heck did these get in here, guys? Shameless plug. If you like to try and lift heavy weight and fail all the time like I do, head over to our website, pick up these. Wrist straps are made of nylon, super durable. These things are awesome. Underneath that, we have batteries. These are CR123 batteries, fit most of your standard flashlights. Now, behind these pouches are 3 rifle mag inserts. I do not conduct reloads from the plate carrier for the most part. I like to conduct reloads from my belt because I'm just much faster that way. But it's good to have your mag stored up here so that as you're burning through ammo off your belt, you can shuffle these over, so you can take one, put it back in your belt if you have time. And maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you like to conduct reloads from the plate carrier. To each their own. Now, underneath this is a dangler. This is for a tourniquet holder. Again, same rules apply. You want your tourniquet in an area where you can access it by both hands. In case one arm gets down, you can still conduct self-aid that way. This is probably the biggest fail I see on guys, is they have their tourniquets like on their back or in one area that only one hand can get to. That's a fail. You want the ability to access it by both hands. On the sides of the placard are these little inserts with Kydex in there. On the support side, I've got a pistol mag pouch. It's a Glock, but it can fit pretty much any other mag. And then on the strong side, I've got a Leatherman, just to kind of show you the functionality of them. Now, as I stated before, this is pretty much the selling point for the plate carrier for me. And I'll show you how quickly you can release this placard. You detach it through these buckles, and then it's secured by Velcro. You can see how it comes off. I'm not going to take it all the way off because I've got my mic hooked up to it, and then you lose audio. But you get the idea. So you can go from a fully built-out kit to a flush minimalistic carrier just by unbuckling these. So if you're into fitness, this is perfect. Moving around to the back of the plate carrier, you've got a grab handle in case you get downed when your buddies can grab you and drag you behind cover or wherever you need to go. Now, HRT sells about 5 different back panels that quickly attach to the back of the plate carrier, similar to the front. This, you just unzip, and then there's a little button underneath, and you buckle it in there. I'll roll B-roll of how you take it off, but it's super quick, maybe like a minute, 2 minutes to attach these back panels. Another $100 or $150, so now we're pushing this thing up to about the $400, $500 range, but it's not necessary. I have it on mine. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, you see I run a Haley Strategic Flat Pack. This is the HRT Hydromax pack. They're basically almost the exact same, except this pack attaches a little bit easier to the plate carrier. If you're not familiar with them, basically it's a pack that can collapse or expand based on a zipper, so you can really, have it thin or wide depending on what your needs are. Show you what I got inside. On the main storage zipper, I've got a gas mask in there. It's big enough to hold a gas mask, which is great for a lot of guys. And then I've got a hydration bladder. Now, as I mentioned before, there's a little slit here, and then you can run the hydration bladder through these little tabs on the shoulder straps. So you can have water with you at all times. Super important so you're not dying out there of thirst. That's all I've got in the main panel. Now up top, there's some more small pouches. In the top pouch, I've got chem lights connected together with a hair tie. Green and red, anti-fog wipes. If you've ever done any type of long movement under nods, you know why fog wipes are important. It can become a really big issue, an annoyance. Bolt cutters, small ones for like small fences, things like that. Underneath that, on the bottom panel, I've got exact impact sponge rounds for a 40 mil. One thing to know about putting things on your back and these back panels, these are not backpacks. You can't just throw them on, take them off while keeping your plate carrier on. They attach straight to the carrier. So it's important you put non-essential items in here because there's only two ways to gain access to them. Either you have a buddy who can grab it, pull stuff out for you and give it to you, which is what gas mask, that's what we would do. But most people don't have that. So you'd have to take the plate carrier off. And I'm assuming if you need to get an essential item out, like a medical item, you don't want to take your plate carrier off. Lessons learned from Saving Private Ryan, guys. So you don't put anything that is essential in this back panel. Final thoughts and conclusions. Guys, I love this plate carrier, not just blowing smoke. It's probably my new favorite, just based on its modularity alone. Are there downsides to it? Of course there's downsides. There's downsides to everything. This build out, how I have it right here, is probably going to cost about $500, which is, that's a tough pill to swallow for a plate carrier. If you're not using it professionally, but you don't have to have it built out this way. You can pick up the plate carrier by itself for about $200, which is totally reasonable in today's industry. Guys, before you go, I have one question for you. Do you like this type of video? Because as I said before, I got companies reaching out, wanting to send out stuff, and I could create a bunch of different review videos for you, but I try and keep a healthy balance of different content on this channel. But if you want me to bring more gear so you can see if it's good or not, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate your input. Thank you, as always, for tuning into this profile. I really do appreciate your support. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you like this content. Also hit the like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Are we on? Oh. This video was brought off in the shower with the Lawnmower 4.0 because it's the perfect way to trim your package. And if you don't like firearms, it means you don't have balls.
Yeah.
You're like a wizard with that thing. In this, what the hell is that? Your balls are gonna thank you.